Welcome all to this thing here that we have called the Thru podcast. I am Don P. I'm so excited to be here. I have 4 dope people, 3 on camera, around me. Ooh, excuse me. Cabo wabo, baby. I'd like to first introduce to my left, those watching. Been knowing this guy for, 5, 6, 7 years? Somewhere in there. Been a while.
Yeah, 5.
First time I met him, he told me his t-shirts were doper than mine, and I disagree with that. It's a bunch of bullshit.
They were.
No, they weren't. He DJs. He loves a lot of shit. DJ Far Out. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing awesome. What's yourself?
Never better, man.
No.
Never better.
But this is not the cliche thing you gotta ask. It's just normal.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we're like, "How you doing?" "Oh, I'm doing great." Regardless of how do you feel, I'm just doing fine.
To my right, with the laptop.
Oh boy.
No, oh boy.
I'm a little worried. I don't know what you're about to say right now.
I'm not to say anything crazy. To my right, holding the laptop. She is what I'm calling, she's going to be the glue to this whole thing. Like, her name is her name. Like, she really is her name. Gwyneth Paltrow ain't got shit on her. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Pepper Potts.
Oh wow. That was quite the introduction.
I can give good.
You can be
introductions.
nice sometimes.
I practice that kind of, sort of, like.
Good.
I had to get the Gwyneth Paltrow thing.
Yeah, I had nothing. So I'm glad you did that because I was just gonna be like Black Pepper Potts. It's on the screen. And
See, I'm not gonna do that. Like,
yeah, thank you.
And also off camera, where he likes to be, my guy. I've been knowing him for probably around the same amount of time that I've known Far Out. He is my engineer. He's done my last few projects, and I could not do this and not have him a part of this. You all know him. You all love him. We all can't live without him. Tino Black. What's up, buddy?
Tino.
What's up, pal?
Oh, boy. Man, I just want to say once again, I want to thank all of y'all for being a part of this with me. Like, this isn't just my podcast. This is all, like, everybody's podcast. Like, everybody here. This is our thing. Like, this is not just me. Like, it's like I had the idea, and I have 3 great people around me to do this thing.
Yeah, it worked out.
So we're gonna do this thing, and we're gonna do it big. We're gonna go where the hell we want to go, and do everything.
I'm gonna need you to stop with that cup because by the time we're done,
It's
already
just
on
fine.
we're on the show.
It's
No,
already-
I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be just fine.
This is making me warm.
Yeah, I'm hot. Like
Yeah.
I
I mean, we got the
don't
lights
like-
on in here. This is a pretty dope station.
No.
Here, man. This is dope as hell.
yeah, I'm usually behind the camera, so being
Smart
under
work.
in that is
Tino giving you the
whatever.
the neener. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah,
I feel like I
man.
gotta blow
Come
into
on,
it
fine.
before I sip it. Like,
It's tequila, man. Just drink.
No, I got
Shot,
a baby
shot,
sis.
shot, shot, shot,
Can't
shot.
do it.
Not drinking.
I am
Sweating,
babysitting.
not
This is
drinking.
me babysitting.
Ooh.
This isn't the night
Them,
at.
them swigs and
This
glasses.
isn't Kings and Queens that night. I forgot how many I had that night.
Man, I was started keeping count of how many shots he had because I'm just sitting next to him and I'm like, all right, 1,
I was drinking.
2.
I was.
I think you had like 6 from when I started.
I was drinking. I think it was about 6.
Yeah, I think it was.
But that was Jose, and you know, some bars they water their shit down. I mean, I'm not accusing them of doing that, but sometimes shit be watered down. And I was drinking, and that was like I was enjoying myself that night. That was a great night.
That was an interesting night.
I had a very good time that night.
Y'all didn't hear that.
No, we didn't hear that. Hear what? What did we hear?
Nothing.
Okay, so Far Out. I gave you an introduction. You tell the people where you are. Tell the people where they can find you. Let your people know what you
First,
do.
let me wipe my face.
Need a towel.
Of course.
Need a towel.
It is
Listen, I'm not like really like a full-time DJ anymore. Like I'm a dad, so drinking has been cut down like a lot. I'm not even allowed to play things like Fortnite and Call of Duty anymore. This is just the children. So when you put Cabo in here, the sweat is coming back. It's feeling like old days at like different rock bar locations and stuff like that. That's what it's feeling like. But you can find me at the same place. You always find DJ Far Out on everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even though I don't use it. I use Instagram more than anything. You can check me out on faroutgear.com. You can check me out different places. I'm not DJing like as far as performances anymore. I'm more looking at behind the scenes, so I'm more accessible now, which is the dope thing. So
that's what's up, man.
You can reach out to me. I'll respond to you back. I'm not busy. I just have children.
We got to get you back behind the turntables too.
Hey, listen, it's a process. You know, it's a mental process.
Oh yeah.
If I get behind the turntables, then you need to go back and start doing shows. And stuff.
Oh, come on, man! Don't do that, man. I'm trying to. I'm trying to.
Missed that part. How long have you been DJing?
I've been DJing for the past 15 years, 10 years, 15 years. Started out like everybody else. Listening to classic people, Scratchmaster L, DJ Chicago, Code Cheese, just the OGs in the game, you know?
After work mix at 6.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? When they were running Eddie Bauer. Actually, matter of fact, the two DJs that I followed the most, I loved the noise, was DJ Tom Noy, because I used to go to the B-side in high school when Lyrical Rhythms were first started back in like 2000s.
Oh, I remember that.
They had DJ Tom Noy with Chief Rocker, Q Nice himself, and then DJ Joe Slick, because he had a mixtape that was hosted by Eddie Bauer.
Oh,
remember?
I remember Eddie Bauer.
And I thought that was the best like mixtape ever. It's like I have to do this. The problem was I didn't listen to a lot of hip hop growing up, so it's like I only got hip hop on like doses. You know?
Yeah, I'm more of hip hop, rock, everything but country. I cannot get into country music.
Listen, I got a thing with country and hip hop. Like the only difference is the music behind it. They talk about the same things. They talk about guns. They talk about cars. They talk about women.
So we get to have our first disagree. Cause look,
I mean,
this is what I hate about country music. They can't actually sing. And
okay, I get. All right, yeah.
That's what drives me away. This isn't somebody actually. No.
I get that, but the content is the same.
I wouldn't listen.
No, actually, it's not. As somebody who's listened to like
They talk about country singers talk about shotguns, pickup trucks, and they old lady. Rappers talk about big cars. 9mm guns
and their old ladies
bitches and shit.
that they're cheating on.
That's what they. I mean,
no, like country is cool. Have you ever been to like a whole full like country where you just day drinking, you're playing cornhole. No. It doesn't matter who's behind the band. It's like no. It's like no. It's a movement. You gotta give country a chance.
No.
I've given it a chance. It's certain ones that I will listen to.
Yeah, there's probably maybe 5.
Okay.
Country songs.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. But that's it. Out of all of them, not.
All right, Miss Potts. Let the people know what you do, how you do it, when you do it.
Oh, well, I produced 2 shows, Lunchtime Chronicles and The Stoop 216.
Shout out.
Yeah, I've only been doing this since January, actually. January was the first episode that we filmed for The Stoop. So, I think kind of like everything I know how to do now, I pretty much taught myself.
All right.
So as far as editing and filming, filming I got a lot of help from where we're at now, which is DCC.
All right. Shout out to DCC.
Yeah, definitely.
For this dope space that we have here. Like, there's some dope shit going on.
Yeah,
I've been looking around.
How's it grow? These 2 are actually from there. I just found this out yesterday.
All right.
They took a picture of it and put it on the canvas. Because I kept seeing it. I'm like, this looks so familiar.
This is
but
from
that's
where?
what that's from the wall. At the grog shop.
That
does look familiar. That back wall, like on the side of the stage.
That is hard. Yeah. Those are hard. Like, I like shit like that.
Yeah, I just discovered that information yesterday. But yeah, they have really helped me out a lot in all the shows and things that I'm trying to do. So Larry's around here somewhere, but
shout out to Larry.
Yeah, I owe them a lot.
Big shout out to Larry.
And that's pretty much it. I do that and I go to work Monday through Friday. I film on Saturdays and Thursdays. Now Sunday.
You got regular people You work regular people hours. You got a regular people
Yeah, I got them Monday.
I need some
Friday.
free time. I got some just
I don't have
crazy
any.
ideals that like now we're gonna have to work together. Now that I'm back under this rock and I've resurrected.
And that's
like,
what happened to me. I was under a rock for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And then I finally just started to do stuff. And here we are.
sometimes you gotta cut it off. Sometimes you just gotta cut it
Yeah.
off and you gotta
Walk
chill
away
for
from
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you come back and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And
Boy,
then you go back
boy.
under the rock and you may or may not come out
Boy,
again.
oh boy. Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah.
All right, me. What do I want to say about
You
myself?
disagree with me
What have
all
you
the
been
time.
What have I been doing? I've been working. I've been trying to get married. I'm a family man. I'm a dad. I'm a granddad. My grandson is at my house right now tearing shit up because that's what he does. That's what 2-year-olds on the way to being 3. That's what they do. They
I have a
tear
3 or
shit
4-year-old at home and a 1-year-old, so.
Terrible twos. I tell people, like the terrible twos last for like 2 years.
And boys.
And boys, yes, and boys.
Yeah.
But the one cool thing is he's potty trained. And it's so funny. We just got rid of his pot because he liked to stand up and pee into his pot.
Yo, so look, my oldest one day, my dad was watching him. He was probably about 2, and he decides to go use the restroom and spin around to see what happens.
Oh, shit.
My dad calls me because my dad was babysitting. He told me what he did. I just, you know what I said? Glad I went home.
Oh,
Because I was
shit.
not trying to, he only did it once though. Boys are just curious. Boys have to know what's going to happen if I do this. Girls don't.
I always say, like, boys are supposed to do shit. Boys are supposed to.
Why? Just because they boys?
Yeah.
No.
Boys are supposed to play in dirt.
No.
Boys are supposed to fall and scrape their knees outside running. They fall off of bikes. They fall off of shit. Like, boys are supposed to have. It's just like boy shit. And I say that because I was that one. Like, I fell off my bike multiple times. I have scars on me, permanent scars on me from falling off of my bike, from jumping off of beds and damn near about to break my neck. Like, I did shit when I was a kid.
I'm sorry, I wasn't that boy.
Yeah, I didn't do that. You know why? Because I knew what my
I didn't ride bikes.
So.
I didn't fall. I hate falling.
I didn't give a shit. I thought I was Macho Man Randy Savage.
You know why? Because somebody told you boys do that. So then
No, I just did it. And I did. Like, I didn't find out until I was older. Like, oh, you're supposed to. Like, okay, so I'm cool.
I think I got infatuated because guys told my mom, because my mom was a single mom. So I think guys told my mom that, like, boys are supposed to do that. I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't think falling is my repertoire. Like,
I mean, I wasn't trying to
no.
fall off my bike. I
But
just
like
failed.
adventure, like I wasn't
But
adventurous.
did you know how to fall? Because a lot of kids don't even know how to fall. Like, they
I
just don't even bother putting their hands out. They
I
just
learned
on
how to
the
fall.
freaking ground.
I had to learn how to fall.
Gotta just you put your hand out.
Like,
Like stop it.
No, that don't work because you'll break your arm. I've seen that. I've seen arms.
So you just fall on your face.
I mean, I would just
like,
fall like something, like sprawl out or something. Like, just don't hit. Just it's wild. Like, I mean, I got a bunch of war wounds from just from falling, and also being like the baby boy in the family and having cousins that want to practice wrestling moves and shit. Like, I was that one. They was like, hey, come here, let me try this. And me being stupid, sure, come on. Like, let's go.
You're the one jumping off the roofs. Like
No, I wasn't jumping off a roof. The only thing I would jump off of a porch. Off of a first floor porch. I ain't jumping off the second floor. I mean, I had more
Yeah, I
sense.
didn't do that either. Nah. That just wasn't that.
Your falling wasn't in my repertoire. So
But
maybe
yeah,
I'm gonna stop. Maybe I should
I've
fall now.
been busy, like, being a dad. I'm not gonna say stepdad because they're my children. Like, they're in my house. So I'm just trying to be a dad and I have 3 girls at home. 14, 12, and 9.
Is that like the whole crew though, or is that's just the girls and then your grandson, right?
Those are
Okay,
and the
okay,
grandson comes over, and through my fiance, she has 2 older kids. That's what
Okay.
grandkids.
Okay.
I've always wondered that, but I didn't really know you older than that. Like,
You're lucky. In my household, I have a 14-year-old, I have a 4-year-old, I have a 3-year-old, and I have a 1-year-old. And the 14 and the 1-year-old are the girls. And I have an extra girl that comes over. She comes over every weekend, so it's basically like 5. And she's 7. Now, she's completely different because she's super prissy. Like, she doesn't have any other brothers and sisters in her home. So she comes over. She's, like, protective of her toys because there's chaos. Like, the 3 is chaos. She keeps her toys in one little corner. I'm like, it's okay if you can play with. She's like, no. I don't think you understand how
like,
valuable.
no.
She tells me, like, I don't think you understand how valuable my toys are, Daddy. So I'm like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah, see, I was privileged because I was the only child. So I didn't have to share nothing. I don't understand siblings. Like, they'll argue like crazy, like at each other's neck, and then 10 minutes later they be cool. I'm like, but y'all just hate
That's
each
the
other.
thing, and I try to explain that to them. I'm like, y'all got. Like, and I tell them, like, and my fiance like, don't tell them that. I'm like, if one of y'all get into a fight, everybody better be fighting.
Exactly.
That's how I grew up.
It's family.
And I grew up with a sister. Like, my sister's older than me, but I always felt like I had to protect my sister. Like, being like little brother. She still refers to me as her little brother. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm 36. Stop playing with me. But I always felt like I had to, like, protect my sister. Mm-hmm. She come like boyfriends and shit trying to mess with her, and me being little runt, I was a tough little motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the only thing I wish I at least had that much, because all my cousins are so much older. So yeah, it was just me in school. Like, everybody, did you go to school with like cousins?
Yeah, I went to school with
cousins.
cousins.
I didn't even get that because we stayed so far from everybody else. So yeah, me and the cat.
Oh, you and the cat.
I was a cat girl. A cat lady. I was a cat girl.
That's my best friend. What was her name?
The cat?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to say it because it's such a long story. His name was Jeopardy.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, we got him from this old lady. So his brother's name was actually Wheel of Fortune. And
because they came on back to back at the time.
Okay. Yeah, but hence old lady named him Jeopardy. Yeah, that's the shortest version of that story I got. But so we are doing women in hip hop today.
Yes, we are doing women in hip hop. Let's go.
Awesome. So the thing we basically talking about, like, I don't know, I've been looking at it for the past couple years. Like, women in hip hop has just been exploding on the scene. Billboard has reported that last year, in 2018, has been the most ever that women have charted on the Billboard charts. We having women in hip hop being nominated for Grammys, like, and people are asking, like, who is that artist? I think when Rhapsody was nominated, a lot of people was like, who is she? Because we were so focused on, I think, like, mainstream things that people weren't paying attention that women are coming up and they're taking over the underground scene. Like, that's how they're becoming popular. It's not necessarily like all the out front scene that you're seeing with everything. It's the, you know, the people who've been working the underground scenes, and we'll go over the list that we have of women. But what we want to know is, like, kind of like how did that start? How did that evolution start? And I know we were talking earlier, Don, and you were saying that you kind of got like the history of who do you think was that person that stood up like, I'm a female MC. I deserve here to be, you know, on the same level as males in the MC and the hip hop game. So who do you think was that person that just like broke out?
If memory serves me correct, I think Roxanne Shante was like the first one that like blew big and that the men paid attention to.
Okay.
Because it probably was more women that were MCing at that time. But I think she was like the first one where the men paid attention and was like, oh shit, she can rap.
Yeah.
Well, my bad, y'all. This combo is real good for me right now. Y'all gotta bear with me.
And was it like what do you think? It's like the bar thing, or is just like the metaphors? Like, cause you know, hip hop people break it down so many. The beat, the lyrics, the cadence. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think was her that like stuck out? Or was it just the fact that she just couldn't do it?
I think that she got the respect.
Yeah, the fact that she came from Queensbridge Projects in New York City, and everybody knows Queensbridge Projects. Like, you don't even have to be from there or even have to ever been there, but you know Queensbridge because that's where a lot of the dope MCs out of New York City come from if they're from Queens. And even the ones that are from Queens, they always said, I had to go to Queensbridge to get my chops. But Roxanne Shante was like that one, like she was even killing the dudes.
She was battling
the dudes, and she was like tearing the dudes up. So
yeah, because they had her Netflix special.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that?
I watched that. That was so dope.
Yeah,
like, that
honestly,
awesome.
I mean, of course I knew of her, I've heard before, but I didn't know that much about her life until watching that. Like, she really went through some stuff, but
Yeah.
she also went through some stuff a lot of people go through anyway. But coming out of that, and being out of the house and living, what was it, her cousin or somebody? That didn't go so great.
And that's
Yeah, so she just kind of had that drive to get out of her situation, which is awesome. Don't look at
Why I can't look at the list?
Oh, I don't think I told you how we're going to do it, but we'll get there. That's
Oh,
why I
okay,
don't want
let's-
you looking
let's-
at the list.
No, as what do you think as far as like on a massive thing though? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like now let's talk about when hip hop actually took off. Like we talking about like radio play, the world knew about it, you know what I'm saying, was coming out. Who do you think was that female that just was like had that blockbuster effect and be like the world know that like women are really dope in hip hop?
I think it happened with MC Light though.
It light took it to that
She
level.
was the first one to put a solo album out.
Okay. I like MC Light because she
I love
made
Light.
sexy.
Light
Yeah.
is
She can talk
But
sexy.
she's
in,
another
like, a
one that got
three-piece suit.
respect from men also.
Yeah.
So it apparently, I guess that's what you still need. But that definitely helped. But I think with her being the first one to get a solo album out,
Yeah.
is
Now with MC Light, I do not like Roughneck. Like long story
That's the
short.
song. Like that was a great
How?
song.
Because my mother played it a lot. I think as a child when you're
just
tired
tired
song
of it.
was
You
awesome
ain't
though,
learned
like-
it.
no,
Like,
it's
okay.
just you think about it and then you thought about it. Like honestly, I'm gonna be truthful. Side note, I just found out what OPP meant like 2 days ago, and I was shocked.
Damn.
And my dad ears came on. I'm like, really? I've been
Where's my
walking around
camera?
for like 30 years.
Where's my camera?
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have
I'm
admitted
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry.
On camera. I
So,
wouldn't have told anybody.
I
That
would've
just like
shared that with
Roughneck
the
is
class.
one of those songs I'm kind of like at dad ears. I don't hear it because I just like I had aunts and moms.
That was a great song.
I never understood. I was dancing when I was a kid, and then when I got older, like you know, like listen to the lyrics. I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
It was pretty wild
Exactly.
lyrics on it, but like Light is like
But she
Light is
made
awesome.
it. She made it look dope because from the video, it wasn't like she was so respectable, and I guess what it is because I guess now you know not to like jump ahead or anything, but now I feel like in order to kind of be a female MC, you got to kind of be super duper sexy. You got to expose yourself a little bit on the camera. Compared to MC Light, who had a full suit on. I remember that Human Nature sample that she had with what was it? Was it Escape or SWV? And
The Escape song, keep on.
yeah,
That's
it
one of my
was
favorite. That's one of my
smooth, but
favorite
She had
MC
a
Light songs.
full suit on, nothing revealing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was a good time. So
See, the thing about Light, and then when Roughneck came out, I mean, dudes was really like out here with Carl Kanais, sagging them, and the Timbs on. Like, they really were doing that for real. Like, I remember because I was young, but I also remember cats in the hood walking around. It's like, dude, you got your Carl Kanais on, you got your Timbs on, like.
Is Carl Kanai supposed to be making a comeback?
Yes.
Okay.
He is.
Them and Fubu, right? Is that what I heard? Or was it something?
I know
Pretty
Damon.
sure.
I know Damon John is running around doing a lot of seminars and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I'm not sure about the comeback. But I know Carl Kanai is definitely on there.
Now, is this like a new design kind of thing, or are they doing?
I hope it's a new
Throwbacks.
design. Cause some of that throwback shit, nah,
Yeah, no, I know.
I can't. You know.
Okay, we've agreed on a couple of things. Guys.
So far, we're doing
You
good.
guys
It's the
told me
pilot
that you
though.
wouldn't. I'm shocked. I'm sitting
No,
here
I
like,
mean-
I mean, give us time.
y'all told me
Yeah.
like it was gonna turn into like a little grudge match.
No, it's not gonna get. It's not gonna
Just
get
wait.
that far.
There's no way it stays like this.
Now, what about Queen Latifah? Because I think she took a more approach in that sense too of you know, strong feminist direction. Like, you know, don't just accuse me of it's straight bars with me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
a lot
saying?
of people wouldn't even recognize who Queen Latifah is.
Oh my God.
Because it's not the same Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
There's no hat. There's now perm blonde hair Queen Latifah. I think the whole movie thing.
Hollywood got to her. I mean, she like Latifah is another one. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, from Ladies First to Unity to just man.
The what's the face movie? Juice.
Juice. She
Oh,
was in Juice,
yeah.
yeah.
And she was in what, House Party
Before
2?
she started doing Chicago.
The thing about Latifah is like her presence alone will take over like anything that she does. Chicago, like she took over. Living Single,
Yeah.
her parts in Juice, she was she in the house? She was in House Party 2.
Yep.
Like she just has a presence, and even like present day with doing Star, which I hate that they fucking canceled. I love that show. I'm pissed about that. I am. I'm pissed about that. But like she has a presence about her. Like she's strong. She's beautiful. Queen Latifah's beautiful to me.
Of course.
She's always been beautiful to me. Always. She has the right voice, like her, just everything about Latifah is just beautiful.
Just like spitting by her, like
I am, yeah.
No, how you feel about Queen Latifah? I feel about Mia X. Like I know you're going to get to
I'm
that.
smitten by her because I remember she did the movie with LL, and there were a lot of jokes and things about the fact that didn't he like kiss her or something in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are not exactly smitten.
And set it off.
Latifah.
And she just set it
Yeah,
off,
she
and
did
that
set it
was like the first like rumblings of her being.
But see, some of those movies cater to her like hip hop like presence.
Yeah.
Where I get now some of the movies now because I know she's more. I think she sings like jazz and like more soulful pieces and things like that. So like I get that like her style now. But then like Living Single was a good one to her hip hop. Like it's still because when she did the theme song, right? That was the theme song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she showed acting chops on there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what makes Latifah so dope. Shout out to Queen Latifah. I want to meet Queen Latifah. I really do. We're gonna make that happen. I'm gonna take a picture with Queen Latifah.
I don't really
Are you gonna like cry? Are you gonna like?
I don't
cry. Like,
ah. No, it's not.
I just love you so much.
I want to meet Queen Latifah.
Who do you think she is more off camera though? Is she like more of the set it off Queen Latifah, or Chicago Queen Latifah?
I think she might be more like Khadijah.
I think she's a
I
just
think,
right
yeah.
Queen Latifah.
I think she's Khadijah.
Yeah.
I think she's the just right Queen Latifah. I think she's just that sports spitting, like cool, like forget what you like, Just got that presence about her.
And another thing I remember about her was back when MTV used to do Rock and Jock basketball, and she like ripped Sean Kemp and got a layup off of the shit. That was just like the most greatest thing in the world to me. I was like 11, and I was like, oh shit, she done ripped the NBA. Like that don't happen. But Sean Kemp is, I mean,
That's another.
That's another.
yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna try to keep us somewhat in order here. So next we have Salt and Pepper.
I think they. No, I think Salt and Pepper.
Hot. It's not the cowboy. I'm hot.
I think Salt and Pepper put the sexuality to it too, like kind of what we want to see. Like they come more with the tease, you know what I'm saying? Because there's the music that they drop. Let's talk about sex. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like all right. I want to like. I'm a little bit more intrigued now. Like now it's like it's sexy and it's fun. You know what I'm saying?
And couldn't anybody tell me that What a Man wasn't about me, and nobody's gonna tell me that song isn't about me. They were talking about me. That's how I feel. Like Salt and Pepper. Like those.
Wait. What makes you think that song's about?
I mean, just all of it. Shoot was about me too. Like all of these songs.
They played that song. Now that's one. I'm like him now. I started to not like that because they had something on the radio at one point. They were playing it back. They played it like 10 times in a row, and I'm just like, really? And this was before you could just serious sex them or hook your So you was kind of forced to listen to that, or what was it, 93? So
yeah, 93 FM.
Yeah, man, that's now I understand where he was coming from. I got tired of that one. But then now
I never got tired of their videos. All of the video, like
live
from Shoot to What a Man. Oh my God, What a Man.
In
Vogue. Like these are like my childhood crushes here. Like Salt and Pepper. In Vogue, I've always had this fantasy of In Vogue doing the giving them something to feel video
now
for
still
me.
Or then, because
still
one of them has
still
had a lot of
Pepper looks bad.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go ahead.
Which one is that?
Pepper looks bad.
Yeah,
Pepper and Lil' Kim are like they're having a plastic surgery off. Like they're having this competition on who can fuck their face up the more.
Yeah, Pepper's the one in the reality show. Okay. Yeah, it's been I think she's I love her.
Naughty by Nature.
Okay. Nah, I get that.
But like In Vogue was really like childhood crush. Like to giving him something he could feel.
You got a lot. You keep saying everybody was.
I do have a lot of childhood crushes.
Watch the box like all night.
No,
like
but the giving him something he can feel video in particular to me is the greatest video of all time. That and Pleasure Principle. We'll get to those. But I've always had like this fantasy to have In Vogue perform that video for me. With the red dresses and the long gloves, like all like that's a
little creepy.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
that is like to me that's the greatest video of all time. And it's
it was, but you kind of ruined it.
I'm gonna watch that video on my way home. As a matter of fact.
All right, so
okay.
Next we have the Brat. We ain't gonna do it on Wednesday.
First platinum. The Brat. Love the Brat.
Yeah, I was a fan of the Brat. How many solos? I can only recall one.
What, albums?
Yeah.
She had Funkify. She's had
that first one though.
Funkify was memorable. Let me see. Funk the Five. For all of y'all was another single. I'm drawing a
naming
blank.
singles, not albums.
I'm naming.
I think
I'm
I-
just trying
Guess
to
who's
think of the
sitting here
shit.
with a
You know,
laptop,
I'm gonna
though?
be honest. I remember
Right.
more Brat as far as features
Yeah, she
outside of
killed the features.
Funkified. And there's nothing against, you know what I'm saying, just
And
the
she
Brat.
was
I'm
a
pretty
little
sure.
different.
Yeah,
She
Even
was.
when is she? What was she? 92 was her first
Yeah.
one, and she was with the baggy clothes, and that was more me, honestly. I wasn't that girl that was wearing some of the things.
And that's a good
wearing at
point.
that time. So I could relate to her a little bit better because we were kind of creeping into that lane of women wearing less clothes in all genres of music. So I remember actually, I wanted her album. My mother made me get TLC album. What was their first one that had Red Light Special and that stuff on there?
Oh, Crazy Sexy
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, she made me get that. Which,
What?
her probably not realizing that was probably worse
exactly.
than me listening to the
That
rap, but she
album.
thought she was.
I love TLC.
I think the Brat. I think she intimidated a lot of people at that time.
Yeah.
Because that was the time, that was like that producer, it was that combo producer and hip hop artist time. So you had a lot of people
'Cause her
and
and
JD
brought out
her
their
and JD.
producer
Yeah.
and stuff
Chris
like
Cross,
that.
weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
she
were on
won.
that
She
time.
actually, I think, like won a rap contest.
Oh, she's had quite a few albums.
Yeah, she has 3.
But I think her
she
lyrics and
got
how she
that.
presented
Is it
herself
Yeah.
made a lot of guys at that time intimidated. Like now, it's not just that cool, sexy, fun vibe. It's like now she got punchlines like us. Like she has punchlines just like us. She delivers it kind of like us. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't worried about being quote unquote sexy and fun. It was like I'm in your face. I'm
Right.
here.
She did for the What's the Face video with wasn't that the one with Little Kim and no wait. Oh, I am picturing
Ladies
her.
Night.
Love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know one of the most memorable moments
That wasn't it.
for women's hip hop history is when the Brat came out on the Soul Train Awards performing with Kelly Price, and she came out in this white cat suit. If Twitter would have been around back then, it would have broke
I
Twitter
remember
because
that.
nobody had
I
ever
remember
seen her
that.
like that.
Yeah, that was the first time she was that.
Yeah,
like,
the first she
oh,
came out, she
sexy
had
and
this white cat
love.
suit. She had her hair down. It wasn't in the braid. Oh my god,
nah.
you got to look that up.
Nah.
It was a moment, boy. Oh boy, Tino, you see what I'm talking about? You know?
But yet again, here we are. You probably don't have a chance. No way.
What? The Brat? I'm good where I'm at. Like I love my fiance. I'm marrying her. Like I love my fiance. I do. I am a man.
That's no point. I told my wife I would give Lizzo my social security number
Oh
upon meeting
Lord
her.
Jesus
Like
Christ, man.
the first day, like that girl like just makes just stuff melt. Like I don't know where she came from. She came out, I was a follower. I didn't know too much until I heard the song one day. 14-year-old was playing it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of catchy. That's a nice little poppy. Then I heard a remix from an EDM group called Boys Club or Boys Noise, and I'm like, oh, it's really dope. I was thinking about starting to do some mixes. Let me add her in and stuff. And then when I seen her, and she was like, I think I seen her on BET Awards the first time. I missed it, and she was twerking and playing the flute. And I like how you feel about Salt and Pepper is how I feel about Lizzo. I was just taken away. I was just wow. Ever since then, like I'm just in love. So I get it.
No, because I already know what he's about to do, and we ain't got time for that.
What?
We'll say that discussion because I can see the look on his face right now. Nope. Because nope.
There it is.
Nope.
There it is. That's the Brat. There it is.
Oh, that cat suit.
That's the cat suit. She came out in the cat suit.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy.
All right, so
All
I'm
right,
gonna
let's
give
get
y'all
back.
three.
Yeah,
so
I'm
we
sorry.
can-
Sorry about my Lizzo.
All right,
three
so
here.
the next three I have is Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, and Mia X.
This was my coming of age era. Kim Fox and Mia X. Mia X was another one of those female MCs that she could rap with the dudes.
Yeah, I like
Like,
Mia X. I like
at that
only
time,
time Mia
that's
X because
when-
she was thick, but I like Mia X.
At that time, that's when like No Limit had the game on lock. They had a game in a smash. They were putting out albums every month, sometimes 2. But it was just something about Mia X. When she came on Bout It, it was just it took the song to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great song. Both versions of that song are great. But, you know, when Mia comes on, it's just like, oh my God, it does make you want to fight. It made you want to fight.
It did. I'm probably one of the few. Like, I didn't dislike No Limit, but I didn't go crazy over him. like
there were only
everybody else did.
There were a few artists on No Limit that I really like check for. Like I love the Master P's albums.
I respect and admire Master P, but just because of everything he's done with business and everyone else's careers and things like that, but I'm just not that big of a fan. Like
to me, his albums are great.
I like the fact because you knew what was coming soon. It was like, I got this album, but I'm getting ready for the next 6 months. Because on the inside cover, you knew the itinerary for the next 6 months of like No Limit.
Dude
like
had like 12
that's the
pages.
Part of it though.
He had like 12 pages in the Source magazine. Every album cover had their own page. It's like, oh my god.
And it was bright. I think he changed the graphic design too.
Pixel.
Even with Mia X, like her when she dropped her album, it was a different graphic design that we've never seen before in any other, women's hip hop. Because I think it gave another side of a female. Like I'm very beautiful. First of all, she was thick, so I'm a plus size female. I'm very beautiful, but I'm brawn too. Like I'll straight. Like if you try to come at me, I'll knock you out, type of stuff. And I think that was the era. Even going to like Foxy Brown and Little Kim, it was sexy, but it was still like, don't mess with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not just any damsel in distress. I'll still rip you, whether it be lyrical, and I'll probably sleep with your daddy or your best friend and make you cry at the same time. Because that's how abrasive their their lyrics was.
And also with
now
those,
like a lawyer or something.
She's actually like I want to say either a teacher or a college professor or something like that. I just looked at, but like with Kim and Fox, oh man.
First pick one, Little Kim or Fox.
Kim, I gotta go with Kim.
Like as like.
What is so you mean as
overall.
far as overall?
Yeah,
Kim,
overall.
Kim made better albums. Kim made better music. Kim to me was the better rapper of the two. I mean, they both and
Kim is now the trend. Kim kind of seems to have such
Kim
a standard for when everyone comes out sounding like and looking like because I got a feeling we're not going to get that.
Now I think I like Kim because she pushed that limit of sexy too to now have the type of art content that we have from our female artists. So that way and again it's about being proud of being a woman and being proud of my body, being proud of being sexy too. I think those things is completely that confidence is needed to kind of make you a successful woman in hip hop. Because it is a billionaire's boy club type of thing, and we do all our music, honestly, and I admit, music and hip-hop, we talk about degrading them, we objectify them, and we bring them down. And then I think women in hip-hop who take that and be like, yeah, I'm sexy, so what? Like, now what else? You know what I'm saying?
Now, are they doing that because they want to, or they kind of don't have a choice?
Now, you completely right. I didn't really want to bring that up, because then I want to
talk about the boys club. And
I do want to say that in order to sell nowadays, compared to the MC Light era and the Queen Latifah era when they were fully clothed talking about sex, like now you kind of got to wear like a string and be like,
but you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
You don't have to.
I think that's.
I prefer. Unfortunately, we're not gonna get there, but I prefer the women that stand out a little bit more and are different. We do have her on the list. I'd rather listen to a Jean Grey.
I love Jean Grey.
I love
Jean Grey. The first time I heard Jean Grey, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was my.
I was like, who is that? I don't know where I was, but I know it like
it
I
was
can't
that
even remember the
like
song.
Whatever that came out in like 2003, which I'm not gonna lie, that's not when I heard it. But when I first heard it,
yeah, I was like, who the fuck is this? That's how I was.
It was one of them look down at what you listening to kind of moments.
I was like,
you're not supposed to sound like this.
But now, do you feel that she can survive and like? And I'm talking about the masses. I'm not talking about eclectic style. I'm talking about the straight people. You put the content out there, and the people are gonna just buy, and suck it up.
I think she will probably survive more now than she would have she did in 2003 because of her being able to stand out and be different and get different options for the me's out there. With her with 2003, it didn't. Even now though, she still put music out now.
Yeah,
and she's not always rapping.
She still has a base. She still has a fan base. She's still able to maneuver.
I'm just talking about like because we're talking about Lil Kim. Lil Kim was on the cover of every magazine.
Yes,
Lil Kim was featured in every show.
But
and then
she was on the cover. Barely.
That's what I'm saying.
You have a choice now.
And I think you kind of don't.
Yeah, like, you do. You know why you do? Because you don't need a label anymore.
You don't.
It's not required. you put.
You can do whatever you want to do.
Still not guaranteed. Honestly, either way, whether you have a label behind you or not, but you have so much social media and able to reach people like you weren't able to do before. You don't have to.
But are we selling? Are we selling and getting the awards? Like, what are you sacrificing to being you? And as all of us being artists, we know that like in order to put out the content, like we really want who we really are, we're gonna have to sacrifice being passed up people who have that machine, who need them to show a little bit more, to be out there, to be more aggressive. I mean, if we look at, I know it's one of us. Look at City Girls. I know we're going too far ahead in the list, but you know what I'm saying. If it wasn't their outlandish lyrics about, you know what I'm saying, their sexuality, taking other people's men, I need cash before you mess with me.
Like,
still put them.
Everybody's saying like the same thing.
Yeah, they're all
They are using their social media in order to constantly be saying the crazy things that happen. So that's why, and it's unfortunate, but it's kind of one of them things almost anyone can do as far as videos and putting music out, because now you can get somebody who apparently goes right a problem, but you can get somebody to do that. You don't have to. I think their problem is what we're going to see is when they're actually performing live, though.
Yes.
Or they're performing on MTV Awards or something like that. That's when you're going to see who is actually capable of doing this. Because
and I agree, because I feel I looked at I know there's another person on the list, Tierra Whack. I looked at her performance at Lollapalooza. I looked at it online and stuff like that. I thought it was the best stage performance, presentation, how she rocked the whole show and everything like that. And again, it wasn't sexual. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a Cardi B performance. You know what I'm saying? Where I have to be sensualized.
I love Cardi. Can we talk about Cardi?
We can skip just for a little bit.
Can we talk about Cardi?
We can just for, because I kind of, we got a little bit of time.
I want to talk about Cardi.
I like Cardi B more herself more than I actually like her music. Don't get me wrong, some of her music is good. I was very shocked by her first solo album.
That album,
I
Jesus
didn't think
Christ,
it was gonna be that good, but I just like Cardi B for being like.
Sorry.
I just like her for being her, because I don't think she's like one of these products they're putting out. I think there are other hers that exist, and I think she's just being herself. Because I do acknowledge there are people like her in the world that are there, and she has that fan base that she's picked up, but I don't have a problem with Cardi B.
I love Cardi B.
She's expose and has a, at the same time, because she was more expose until she had her daughter. Because I follow her too, and I feel like she's a little bit less risque because she had culture.
Yes.
Of course, being a mom and things like that, but I still feel like she was really risque. Like I feel like some women, and not everyone, again, we agree.
She's a hard worker.
I think she realized she had that opportunity, and her being pregnant and whatever was going on was not slowing her down or stopping her, because she couldn't.
Right.
It was too much of a spotlight on her at the time. She didn't have a choice but to keep going.
It took me so long to like Cardi B, cause like the first song I heard, I think the first song I heard from her.
You weren't aware of her till. See, I was aware of her on Love and Hip Hop first.
I didn't watch. I stopped watching Love and Hip Hop.
See, that's when I didn't like her those
first
first few episodes, but the more I watched her, I got it. I'm like, oh, she's just being herself. I can't be mad at somebody.
Yeah, I heard the music. Like I heard the name. I knew she was on Love and Hip Hop, but I never watched Love and Hip Hop. Well, I ain't gonna say never watched it. I didn't watch her on Love and Hip Hop.
Okay.
But like one of her mixtapes, like I think the first song I heard from her was the Hit a Lick song, and I was like, I don't know about this one. I was like, no. Then I start following her on Instagram. Then I was
you didn't like her, but you still follow her.
Yeah. I was curious.
That's how that works.
No, not didn't like, just like the song. It was like, I don't know.
Okay.
And then I seen it. I was like, oh, she look good. Then my fiance talked about, because my fiance watches Love and Hip Hop.
Okay.
So she used to talk about Cardi B, and I just like, all right, let me follow her on Instagram. Let's see what she's like. And I'm just following her and just going through her posts, and I'm like, I like her. And then like turned into, I love Cardi B. And I think I posted it on Facebook like a long time ago. I was like, I love Cardi B, and I don't think I should. I felt like I should.
It's okay.
But
like
me
that.
and
there's nothing wrong with liking Cardi.
I love Cardi, like just because she's so just her.
Yeah.
No
I don't know.
filter.
I'm gonna be the negative person. I'm not that. I'm not so.
I knew it.
I think
Was like
Astro 30 should have won the
no.
Grammy of the Year.
That album though,
I
that album hit.
I
man.
think
Who was
she
up against?
I think her marketing was dope. It's dope. Marketing is dope.
Yeah,
I'm a big advocate of marketing and
The
commercial,
album,
but
the album is dope though.
I'm not.
The one thing I felt and I knew it wouldn't have happened was the I Like It Like That song. I don't think that feature should have been on there. That
it didn't work for you.
Yeah, it didn't work
It
for
was
me.
smart
That's a
for her
hit
to
though.
do
Like
that.
the song
That's what I'm
is
saying.
like I
Marketing
said.
international
She
bad
has
boy
a
was
nice
coming up.
little
Yeah.
crossover
Yeah.
with a lot of stuff, which is smart. She
I
has
think-
even a Latin crossover stuff.
I
which
think
is
she
good.
should have had like a female feature on there with her. But at that time,
Oh, you mean bigger name people than what she had? Or?
not
I'm
a
pretty sure she had people.
the person like. Don't get me wrong, that person was dope. I can't think of that person's name.
Bad Bunny. Ain't that the
No.
one I Like It Like That?
Nah.
That's not
No.
the one with Bad Bunny?
No.
What's the one she got a song with him?
Oh, you gonna? I don't want to pull this up.
But I thought that could have been like the perfect spot for a female feature because that when I first listened to the album and I got to that song, I said that song is a hit. That song's gonna be played on the radio
I Like It Like That? Yeah.
just because of the sample used.
And it's a party, it's fun.
That's
it
the
wasn't,
fun.
It
That
wasn't
is-
so abrasive.
Like I ain't even gonna lie, man. When that song comes on, I get a little groove going
Yeah,
on.
it's-
Like, yeah, I like this shit. Yeah.
It's a tequila song.
Yeah.
That's the song you get some
Yeah.
tequila to. It's like, hey, let's have a good time.
So, what did y'all think about the song she did with Migos and Nicki Minaj?
Motorsport. I
Yeah.
thought Nicki cleaned her up on it, but that's another.
I heard it was like an after thing for her to be added. Because even like her mix and everything was different.
Nicki's
than
or
the rest of her
Nicki's
songs.
or Cardi's.
Cardi was added after.
I could see that.
Oh, it was. I'm telling you.
I could see, like, I mean, I like that song though. Like, there are some Migos songs I can't rock with.
It
I think
actually
I just
was.
can't.
Cardi was added after the fact because Nicki had took a dig at her and said like about the quarterback
Lombardi?
line or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
Frost.
now I'm gonna
So-
have to.
so-
I'm
But
gonna
her
be
mix,
listening to it.
if
came
you
out
listen
to
to
be.
it,
The
her
mix is different?
The mix is different.
Uh-huh.
She was
Yeah.
after. And they didn't, you
Cardi
didn't even see them in a
raised
video at the same time.
I think that song is one of those songs I just groove to and it's like, fuck the mix, I'm grooving.
But actually, I know the song was horrible. I didn't like it. Sorry.
You don't like the
There's
song?
another one. Like, I prefer the G-Eazy joint over that song. I feel like that song with G-Eazy and was it ASAP Rocky?
Mhm.
I thought that was the song that like kind of took like was more commercialized and took her out. Because me being a G-Eazy fan, he has a whole different fan base
Yeah.
than what Cardi B has, and being accepted for that fan. Because people are iffy about G-Eazy, and that's another thing. But
I like some of his songs. I have reservations about G-Eazy. We'll get to it another time.
Yeah.
yeah, but I just think that was the song. I think that was way better than Motorsport. I think because of the whole issue with her and Nicki, the Motorsport song was relevant because it had some additional like drama to it. But if it didn't have that, I don't think Motorsport would have been as. It just would have been just another song. Like,
I think
that
it would
Nicki put
have,
out.
even if
Yeah.
she wasn't on there, because people would be like, "Oh, they did a song with Nicki and Cardi wasn't on there." There was no.
Yeah, it
for
would have
them.
just been a.
But
Yeah,
until
there
they
was
come out with a song that's them collectively
That's not gonna
together,
I would have.
Nicki Minaj is retired though.
No, she's not.
That's what she said.
She lied. She's.
I don't think she's retiring. I don't at all.
Are we gonna talk about Nicki Minaj?
we
Yeah,
can because I have.
let's
I
talk
have
about
a lot of
Nicki
stuff to
Minaj.
say right there. First off, I think Nicki just needs another. She needs to understand. She needs another business manager. Every business over the scale of years actually scale, and you know that as far as because you follow athletes.
Mhm.
Athletes have their years, and the new athletes come in, and you got to take a trend. You got to find out where you want to get in line. Either you want to work with them, or do you just want to find yourself to reinvent yourself? A quote unquote Joe Johnson. He just reinvented
She
himself,
is
got back
reinventing
into the
herself.
league.
She's
She
trying.
is. I think her show, her radio show, I think they're well, whatever you want to call it. I think that's gonna turn into a show for her
I love Nicki, but her energy is very inconsistent.
after she announces that she's pregnant. Though I think she's pregnant.
I think she's
I
pregnant.
think she's pregnant.
I do too.
I think that's what it is, and I hate to say it, but I see a lot of celebs kind of use that thing as like, remember back when like Paris Hilton and stuff used to be the dog, and now I'm seeing like everybody having kids, and I just feel like that's their accessory right now. So I feel like with everything that's happening with
I'm
everybody
not
else,
laughing, y'all, but
yeah, you
yes,
are.
I am.
She
That's
needs
a-
to have her accessory now,
I'm
which
laughing.
is having a kid.
No, I'm laughing because that's a great fucking analogy. That's why I'm laughing. Like,
I
But
don't
do you
know.
feel that hurt women in hip hop? Because
No.
isn't one of the city girls like pregnant? Like you
It
get
does.
to stardom and
It
then
does.
you get pregnant.
No,
and
I
it's like
think it
this
does.
funny game.
I think it works for them to be that way. And I think it works as the power couple thing.
Mhm.
I think all that works because DJ Khaled. shit.
It goes with his son.
It works.
Father of a
perfectly.
son.
Where's my
And
camera?
oh my God,
Where's my
he's having
camera?
another one, and I'm scared because he's gonna kill me.
Where's my camera?
Is he gonna do that with
DJ
each child
Khaled?
and another one?
This my camera right here.
That's your
DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled works my nerves sometimes.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Aggie. It's so aggy.
And it's
DJ Khaled. Assad is my son.
Remember with the whole Tyler
I
Creator
love
album came
Assad.
out, and then he had to throw a fit about that.
Fam.
How about Tyler Creator put out a better album?
Yeah, Igor.
Let's have that as a discussion.
Assad is
You
my
got a
son's
million-
name. You in the damn delivery room on Snapchat like Assad is coming.
He's almost there.
He's right there. Oh, my wife is crowning. There's Assad's head.
Wait, what-
Look at the top of his head. I'm
And it's never
exaggerating, but
gonna
that's
stop.
DJ Khaled.
And there's things that I'm not mad at though, because I think he did what Nas had did. Didn't he make him like the executive producer?
Mhm.
So there's aspects to it
That's
I'm
great.
not mad at.
Like those
but-
things are great. It's just when Assad is my
But
son's
he's
name.
It's different.
I'm
He's a
Assad's
commercial now. Like, not
dad.
this guy like. And the only reason why I like Khaled, I mean, you go to an arena and you hear Khaled songs.
Yeah.
Like he was the guy that made those compilation songs that we were missing for a while.
Yeah.
That now sparks up back to part. When I'm So Hood come out, well, put yourself
I love that.
back when I'm So Hood came
I'm
out.
So
you
Hood
was
is my
like,
shit.
oh,
Yeah,
like
this is true. But
I'm So Hood is the song I
I'm
work out
just kind
to.
of over it now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
didn't-
him-
yeah, I'm just over it.
But if you making stadium money, like you gotta keep going.
I
Like,
I ain't trying to stop the man. I'm just probably not really listening.
I laugh at the fact that he thought a Nipsey Hussle song was gonna get him the #1 album.
Yep.
I really
Yep.
think that's what he
That's
felt.
what it was. That's what
I
it
really
was.
think that's what he felt like.
Meanwhile,
I got a
it was
Nipsey
just
song.
a better album. Just let it be what it was and be happy anybody could listen.
Mm-hmm. All right, where we at?
Oh, well, we actually do have a little bit of time.
Yes, we
so
do have time.
let's knock out the early 2000s real quick. We have Eve, Trina. I'm not skipping over Missy because I almost. put
You
that
can't
up.
skip it. We can't.
You can't
We
skip
can't
You know
have this
why?
conversation without talking about Missy.
I had her in a different category. I had her in the present category.
She's
So that's
Missy's
what it was.
past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Because she's still active.
Yeah, I'll give you that. All right, what did I say?
give you
Eve, Trina, Shauna, Queen Pen, Remy Ma, not saying
Yeah.
her name, and that is what we have left. Oh, Rodeo.
Now, do you think the 2000s women list was kind of like a, I guess, the new evolutionizer, like the mid 90s to 90s? Because we were just talking about like Fox around Lil' Kim, and I feel like when we talk about like Trina and like was it Shauna? I think they kind of like they followed the recipe, but it was a little bit different based on where they're from. Because Trina, like
Trina
that Florida take, but
almost-
that style itself is different because that's a whole like Florida's music is just a whole different style.
Yeah,
you see what
it
I'm
is.
saying?
I
So-
think with Trina though, like she took what Kim did. She did Kim. To me, she did Kim.
Okay.
Cause the first time we heard Trina was Trick Daddy Nan nigga.
Yeah.
Like that verse, it was like, ooh, she nasty as hell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what happened, and I kind of kept pointing out on purpose. Everyone we named that we said was great and all those things, they had the more powerful men around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They had, yep.
Okay.
So the more
Fox
the
had-
power, and same thing even with Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
So when is that just required?
They all do.
Oh, you was about to say it.
Huh?
Is that you think that's required still?
Yes.
It doesn't have to be.
Well,
Yes or no? Well,
Yeah,
only reason I
yes
say
and no.
no,
It's
Cardi
a yes
doesn't
and
have.
no. It is a yes
Cardi
and no.
didn't
It
have
doesn't have to
somebody
be.
super
I think
big
it's
on
Cardi
her.
easier.
made it
It's
because-
easier though.
yeah.
It's easier.
It's a lot easier.
Cardi is a little bit of an exception
Mhm.
because of you know her with the love and hip hop thing and then having a single that takes
Mhm.
off. But literally every single female
Sure did.
we named
Yeah.
had powerful men around.
Sure did.
them.
Fox had Jay, Kim had Big, Brett had JD.
Missy had Timbo.
Throw the name. Missy had Timberland. Give me the names. Come on, y'all. Help me
Trina
out.
had Trick
Trina
Daddy.
had Trick Daddy. Eve had
Yeah.
Rough Riders.
Yep,
around
Eve
them.
had Rough
Mia
Riders.
had Master P. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All
That
of
is-
them,
yeah.
every single name that we mentioned.
They had a dope.
Now, are they
Shauna had
supporting
Luda.
women, or they just feel like it's another revenue stream?
A little bit of both.
If I had a
little bit
label,
of both.
A little bit of both. Cause why not tackle?
Because it was like
that
a
portion
standard
also?
where you had to have like your street dude, and then you had to have a female on your label. Like that did happen. Jay-Z even had a meal.
Yeah.
I bought that album, by the way. I did.
So why do you
bought
think
that
the respect of hip
Because
hop
I was a
female
Rockefeller fan, and
instead
I
of like
thought
an
I
R&B
was signed to Rockefeller.
What do you think instead of like? But what instead of R&B artists? Because at the time, Jay used to have Maya around her. A little bit earlier, he had Aaliyah, of course, around him. So why is that
But
perspective
he
for the?
didn't make a break a list.
Yeah, he didn't make a break a list.
I know, but still, like the help though.
What she had.
Yeah.
R. Kelly.
Don't say
I
that.
didn't want to,
Hey,
you know, listen.
bleep that out. We're not
Yeah,
gonna
there's
mention
another
that
guy
name.
I was just trying to.
That name will not be mentioned on the fall through.
I was trying to be positive about.
But I mean, we were having that discussion though.
Okay,
She
yeah.
had
Yeah.
and Timberland also.
And Tim.
Let's not deny the fact that
Yeah.
Timberland
Okay.
was
One in a
not.
Million is one of the
Yeah.
of the greatest.
Genuine
My
was
last
around.
little-
They had their own little camp.
I'm
so
still
yeah.
pissed that I can't get Aaliyah albums on any of my
They will
streaming
not
sites.
do it. They have
They
some
need to.
songs, but
You had the ones that were on soundtracks, but I want One in a Million. I need
Yeah.
One in a Million on title with Spotify.
And it sucks because she's not brought up as much because she's not
Right, it's like
accessible.
y'all keeping her music away,
Yeah.
and you're gonna people.
Does anyone know why? Because
I don't.
haven't looked
That
into
I don't
why.
know.
I've been curious.
I'm
why.
hearing like a family member is holding it back, but
I would feel kind of morbid that after the, but I'm glad they didn't because I would feel kind of weird and morbid if like the issues was going off with R. Kelly and all of a sudden they released some stuff and making money off
what's
of it.
wild
Like,
is like they had like a greatest hits, like Aaliyah's greatest hits on title at one time, and I went back to it and the shit was gone. I'm like, come on, not like.
I never even.
I need One in a Million. I need One in a Million on streaming sites. Like people need to.
1 in a Million, 4-page letter. I
Oh
need
my
all of them.
God, that
Her
album-
last album, even when she was about to really transition and be
She
grown,
was just
it was just
scratching
right
the surface. It was.
there. And her last album was awesome.
Yes, it was. Like her, it's like
Her last video, her last moments.
it's just like
We all remember her last moment.
Yeah.
it was like her and Biggie. I make this comparison not on their music. It's just the fact that both of them were just really finding themselves and finding their voices, and were just really only scratching the surface. And they died right when they were just hitting that point.
Do you think Biggie would have ever messed up? Do you think he would have ever put out that album
Yeah.
to make it? Okay. Because that's always
If you
still.
be around long
a lot of
enough-
people was like, he never got the chance.
Every great artist
But I don't want to
has
have that discussion yet. I want to say.
every great hip hop artist has put out that one album where it's like
This is true.
I think he would have, but
the ones that have been around and were
But
able
they had
to
time
stick
to
I
around.
think
write.
he
Yeah.
shouldn't have though because he would have been influential to stop
Jay-Z had Kingdom
the current
Come.
hip hop though.
I mean, as big as fan as I am of him, he's got a couple albums. But
What
you know,
about
his
his
fan
LP
base, it doesn't matter if you like it or not.
Yeah.
Because guess his.
There were
I'm
those
part of that fan base, but not like I'm not listening to Relapse. I'm just not.
Relapse.
I did
I'm not listening to Relapse. I'm not listening to Marshall Mathers LP 2.
Whoa.
I will listen to Recovery though.
I love Recovery.
I love
Yeah,
I love
It was
Recovery.
Revival, the one he put out in like 2017. I have never listened to it.
No? Oh, the one with Walk on Water on it?
I think the last
That's the
Eminem
one.
album I really sat and listened from start to beginning was like the Eminem show. After that, I'm kind of like
That thing is like still on the
ah.
charts. Every time I see somebody post something, that is still charting.
Wow.
But anyway, we're gonna probably have to wrap up in this
Yes.
first discussion.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hit us up
Like,
on social
we're
media.
gonna have
if
to
you-
continue this discussion because we didn't get all the way into the
No,
future.
we covered the past. So
We got the past.
present,
We got to
future.
cover the present and the future. Make sure you tune in to us every other week. That's how we're gonna do this.
Every other Thursday. You seem like you couldn't think of the day. Every other
Yeah,
Thursday.
every other Thursday.
And also too, if we've missed a female or if you have something else to say, make sure you follow us on social media. You can hit us up individually, let us know, and we'll comment and we'll get back to you if we missed out anybody. If you just want to give us some additional history.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank everybody for tuning in. Always remember, creators, be great, stay positive, because negative energy is trash.